Hi, and welcome back. I'm here now to discuss with you your contacts. We've gone through your profile, we've looked at the billing and membership to have an understanding of that back office information, and now we need to make sure there are contacts in the system. If we don't have contacts in the system, we don't have anybody to mail things to. Let's take a look. Over on the left menu here, about the fourth one down, is your contacts. Just below that is mailing lists. Now, this is another sorting method for your contacts. Why, you might ask? Well, great question. A lot of people that I've worked with, they actually enjoy having this as an option to sort and organize their contacts that are perhaps someone who is not a client yet, but could be, someone who you're farming, or somebody that is a prospect, however that looks for you. Within mailing lists, if I come into here, you'll notice that nothing shows up. When we import our mailing lists, it will only show up under a group. Under our contacts, we have several people. We'll have the cluster of everybody under all contacts, and then we can have options to sort them out. We have my family group, I have my coworkers group, I have a family movie night, I have all sorts of options, and you are not limited. You can have as many group names as you like. So let's talk about importing contacts. There will be a separate video that will discuss how to get your contacts from the CRM, as they will have a seamless way for you to import those in. However, it might be easier and make more sense for you to simply do an Excel sheet. That's no problem. If we come over here, you can see we have a button indicating Import from Excel. Now I can find that here at Mailing Lists. I can also find that here with my contacts. If I come into the Contacts section here, it's up above, but it's going to take me to the same screen no matter what. There is also an additional tutorial video on importing your contacts. Maybe you forget some of the things that we go over. This is a quick way for a refresher. We're going to talk about the Excel template. In the Excel template, it really is important that you follow this formatting. It's important because we have merge fields that we will go over again later, that these different sections in the contact correspond to specific merge fields. This is how we can personalize one project for thousands of recipients. Be sure to utilize this template for each of your contacts lists that you import. You can either copy and paste your details into this sheet, or you can format your exported sheet from your CRM into this formatting itself. I want to make a note that you do need to make sure it is in the .xlsx format. This is the only format that is accepted by our system in order to import those contacts. So I'm going to show you how to import these contacts now. Up here, as we're ready to import them, I get to give them a group name right away. Sorting all of your contacts in an Excel sheet is far easier and quicker. It's still easy to do here, but you're going to be able to do it quicker with an Excel sheet. Here, we're going to name them based on how I have sorted them. So we're going to use my example sheet, and I have called it prospects in the past. So I'm going to call it prospects again. So assuming that I have a sheet of contacts that are all prospects for my business, I want it to be named as such. I'm going to choose my file, go to the desktop where my file I know it is, and select it, and then click Open. Notice it does match the formatting .xlsx. Then I have this box here. Is this an import of a mailing list? This is optional. Now, why would I do that? Again, that goes back to what we discussed at first. If I want to sort them separately from my all contacts, if I want to keep prospects separate from my family group, my current clientele, things along those lines, this is a great way to store them where you have them in the system, you can easily access and mail to them, but they're not mixed in with everybody else. This is what I'm going to do at this time. So I'll check that box and then upload file. Now the next screen that it brings us to just wants us to match and make sure that we're importing all of the most needed information. And the information that you want to have stored in when you import your contacts will be the first name, last name, the street, the city, the state, and the postal code. These details are necessary in order to mail a package. Therefore, that is the minimum amount of information that we need. Company is not important if you don't want to bring that in. We have here, you can see that my import is saying that it didn't find anything that matched street. And if I click on this, you can see that it has because I have the header as address. That's okay. These words don't have to be the exact same, and they don't have to be in the exact order. The system just needs to know what information you want in there. So that's why I'm here and matching. Address is the same to me for street. Now from there, that's the minimum amount of information that I need. I can import my list at this point. But let's say hypothetically that I do have a birth date in the column and I want to import that information. I would come here and see that the reason it didn't match it automatically is I have it spelled a little bit differently. I have birth date as opposed to birthday. Again, it's fine. It does not have to be exact. I can simply match and tell the system, this is what I want here. For spouse name, I can come in and let's say I didn't rename the column and it's column 7. Not a problem. I can put that there. It's again, they don't have to be the exact term as long as the information in that column is matching what it would be in. Here for anniversary, we can do one of two things. This can be a wedding anniversary or it can be the home anniversary, which tends to be a little bit more popular when it comes to real estate. Acknowledging that home anniversary is a fun mile marker for each new homeowner. So if I come in here, I can select anniversary if it's not already, or maybe I have a certain column that was, one is the wedding anniversary, another was their home anniversary or move-in date. I can match that however I want to put it. Down below these, you're going to see these fields called merge 1 through merge 20. These essentially are wildcard merge fields. Wildcard meaning they're extra merge fields that should you need any other details or information, let's say maybe a county, maybe you're targeting Hillshire County. You can go in and do Hillshire County in there. Anything works, anything goes. You can match whatever information. Maybe it's a policy number or another email number, the email address. Merge 1 through merge 20 gives you the flexibility of utilizing any other details you may want to put into a project for your recipients. Once you have all this information in there, simply come down to the bottom and click Begin Import. Notice that's all it took. Just a couple of seconds, not even a minute, and all of my contacts will be in here. Now this says return to contacts. We know that I clicked the mailing list button, so my prospects list is not in here. I need to come over here to the left to mailing list again and select the prospects here. Here you can see all of my contacts have been imported that I had on that list, and now I can access them from here. So you can go in and edit them at any time. I can add them to groups. I can add them to an automation. I can do just about anything that I like. We have our list imported into a mailing list. What if I meant for this list to actually be in my contacts, but I accidentally clicked that? It's not a problem. You can move your lists back and forth. Notice that in this manage list settings, I have options. I have the list settings. I have renaming the list. I can delete it or I can export it. So if I come into the list settings, I can uncheck this box and it will put all of these contacts with the same group name into my all contacts section. It's completely up to you how you want to manage your account. Within contacts, another important aspect, as you recall, is I came in here and I clicked on this button here and I could see all of the different groups that I have. All of these groups are a good way of sorting current contacts without duplicating them into the system. You don't want to import your contacts more than once. If you fear that you have imported some duplicates, we do have a Find Duplicates button. You can come up here and click that. If there are any contacts that appear to be identical, the system will pull them into this section here. You will see them and you can decide which one of the contacts you want to keep and which one you want to delete. This will clean up and keep your contacts organized. So we started talking about the different groups. I can have as many as I want in here. We can create a new group without importing a whole new list. If I come over to Create New, I can click Create New Group and add whatever name that I would like. New clients from prospects. Maybe I want to track how many new clients I'm getting based on my prospects list and what I've sent to them. So I can sort them into this once they become a new client. Create my new group. I have the confirmation it's created. And now I'm here. There's nobody in it yet, but I can come back to my all contacts and determine which ones I want in there. Or let's say hypothetically, if I'm in my mailing list again, I come back to prospects and Trevor and Brent have both reached out to me and have said, hey, I want to work with you to buy my home. Perfect. I can assign these two to a new contact group. So if I come into here and I click on this, notice now all of my contact groups are in here. So here I have my new clients from prospects. Add to group. Done. So now I come into my contacts and I'll come back down to my new clients from prospects and there they are. So now I have them in a group where they are contacts I'm going to keep, contacts that were now becoming clients and lifelong clientele. If you have questions regarding contacts, groups, importing, exporting, deleting, please reach out to our chat support here. send us a message, and we're happy to help you as quickly as possible. Thanks, and I'll see you again in the next video.